I'm afraid you'll have to come with me, sir.
Just like Mommy said!
You bark at me!
Hey, camera boy.
Yes, we come from Earth.
Look, Strawberry's had that thing on for 8 consecutive years. What makes you think he's gonna take it off now?
Oh, but no one ever said it was successful.
Dr. Ocula? Ooh, scary stuff. Dracula. Dr. Ocula.
Shut your pile!
All those modern bodies, stunning. Stephen Dakota, who are you?
If he makes the wrong move in that metal shop, I'll knock him into tomorrow.
Hey, welcome back. It's Joel Weinkoop Show. We took a little hiatus. I think the last shows we shot were in November, but we're back, and something special about today's show. We're on location. We're here on location. Camera one, can you get that? Very cool shot of. We are at Frankie's, the gourmet of fast food right here in Tampa. We are shooting live. We have a live studio audience. We got a sign out front telling people to come in. My first guest today we got on the show is Jack Amos. But first, I have to do what my producer calls Weinkoop's Rant. And Weinkoop's Rant today is, I don't have a rant. I have not a thing to rant about. I can't think of one thing. What kind of show has a thing called Weinkoop's Rant and you don't have anything to rant about? I don't have one thing to rant about. You know, all the things in the world that are going on today, you think I would find something to rant about. I can't find one thing to rant about. You know, I can't think of anything. It's like, the last shows I had something to rant. This time I have nothing. I have nothing to rant about. Wait, I just did a rant, didn't I? Gosh, I did. All right, well, hey. Welcome to the Joel Weinkoop Show. My next guest is going to be coming up. We got a break for commercial, but you're here with us, and we're here at Frankie's.
Joel Weinkoop, you know him, you love him. He's been in more than 50 B movies, great slasher movies. You're going to be here doing a little convention-esque stuff too.
Yes, I am. I'm going to be here. It's the Tampa Comic Book Convention. It's going to be in the Sweet Bay Entertainment Center. It's Tim Gordon's been doing this thing since about 2003. I've been a guest of his every year. He usually does it 4 times a year. There's going to be a lot of artists here from DC Comics, Marvel Comics. Amanda Stevens, of course, who you just met. She is a comic character. She's going to be here.
And you got a new movie coming out.
Yes, I have a new movie coming out. It's called Stop Dead.
All right, cool. Welcome back. Wasn't that an exciting commercial? Was that the most exciting commercial you ever watched right there on that monitor in front of you?
Absolutely.
All right. My guest today, like I said, is Mr. Jack Amos. Jack, welcome to the show.
Hey, Joel. How's it going?
How you doing, buddy?
Excellent.
Now, Jack, how did pretty much everybody I've had on this show I've worked with in some capacity now, and I always start out with, how did we meet?
I think we met at the FMPTA meeting some time ago, years ago.
The Florida Motion Picture and Television Association.
Yeah, that. Years ago.
It was years ago. So yes, it was
God,
probably 99?
It could have been. I was working then.
Yeah.
It was a good year.
We're all working, we're just not working enough. That's the thing, right?
99 was a good year. I remember 99.
So what, okay, we met at the FMPTA now. So you've been acting in Florida now a long time, or maybe before Florida, I'm not sure.
Let me think, it's 28 years altogether, 17 years in Florida full-time, on camera.
Wow, that's cool. And tell us about some of the stuff you've done around here.
Well, let's see. I have worked on The Waterboy, Any Given Sunday, Instinct, Ali, Snow Dogs, House on Haunted Hill.
The remake, right?
Yes, with Jeffrey Rush.
See, I'm jabbing him a little bit. The original was back in the 50s.
I was alive when it was black and white, but I wasn't working then. I was real little.
And Waterboy with Adam Sandler?
Absolutely, yeah.
Awesome.
Let's see.
On Any Given Sunday?
Any Given Sunday.
With Pacino?
Pacino, let's see, Matthew Modine. Jamie Foxx, Bill Bellamy, LL Cool J. I'm trying to think of all the people. I didn't work with them. You know, I was always on the field. I was playing a cop. I was doing some stunt work. A guy was going to attack Pacino from the sideline, and me and another guy playing a cop were going to grab him and wrestle him to the ground, and we did that, but they cut it. He shot a little over 200,000 feet of film.
Wow.
Final cut on that film was 19,000 feet.
Wow. Holy smokes, that's kind of cool. So you got to check that out. That's on any given Sunday.
Right.
But you can get that at your local video store. Pick up the DVD and check that out. Yeah, yeah. Now what? Now as an actor, and me too, because we do a lot of stuff. It's not just like, you know, our agents might get us something, but there's also the independent stuff. So let's move kind of, you've done a lot of these Hollywood things, TV commercials. So let's move on to TV commercials.
Oh, Lord. Pushing 100 commercials now.
Wow.
Let's see. Kmart, Audi, Nokia, some of the big ones. Remington Steakhouse, local stuff.
We did Seminole Tribe together.
Oh yeah, the Seminole Gaming Association.
Yeah, that's right.
We did that one. Spent all day walking back and forth all over Tampa. They used about 3 seconds of it.
Yeah. And we can't control that, folks. So when we say, hey, watch Jack and Joel on this commercial, when it's only a quarter of a second, we have no control over that, do we, Jack?
No.
It's in the hands of the
producers.
producers.
Director and editor are the control people in this business. They, the actor just acts and then it's over. That's probably why Johnny Depp doesn't bother to watch the final cut. So I did my stuff. It's not my anymore.
Now we mentioned the Florida Motion Picture and TV Association, of course, where we met. Now we've done some things together there, and one of them is Ludicrous Tale. Right. We did that for John Matheny. He wrote and shot it and edited it, and I think he did soundtrack to it too. Little tale, sort of a little moral story about don't mess with demons, because the demons are smarter than you. And they'll trick you every chance they get.
Yes, they will. And so I think that one's actually on the internet, on YouTube.
Well, you have a clip from it, and you can watch it here on the monitor. And everybody there, we're gonna bring it up so you can see it. And audience, if you look right down there by the two sides of the camera, you can see we're gonna show a clip from Ludicrous Tale. Well, what'd you bring for us? What are we gonna show? What are we gonna see?
Well, we can see the part where I have just found out that I have learned all of the news. I'm a financial stockbroker, and I've just gotten all of the news for the next 2 years. Okay. Unfortunately, I get them backwards, and then when I get to the very end, I also read about my death, in which I then die. So kind of a Twilight Zone flavor, kind of. Exactly.
All right. All right, we're going to watch that. Here is a clip on the Joel Wynkoop Show from Jack Amos called The Ludicrous Tale. So let's watch that now.
Mr. Morgan, it's almost midnight, and there's really nothing more that you need me for. May I be dismissed?
Oh, sure, Connor. I'm up to January 2nd, and there's only a few minutes left. Connor, thank you. And I mean that sincerely. This is going to make me the richest man in America.
Not yet, sir.
True, but very soon. Happy New Year, Connor. 2003 is almost over.
Well, Happy New Year to you, sir.
Oh, and would you find Michael and Leland at that bar on the corner and tell them we're all done here?
Certainly. Okay. I'll let myself out.
No. That can't be. That's impossible. Possible. Oh, man.
Cool, Jack, that's great. Good deal, man, good deal. Cool. And I got to play a little role in that there with you?
Yes, you played my brother, who was being the sensible one in this case, which is sort of out of context for you, Joel.
We're brothers, yeah. Now, we also did, well, okay, I didn't have anything to do with it, but you were in, with the FMPTA again, Granny Goes Wild.
Yes, I was with that one.
You were the bad guy.
Yeah, that was the first of many of my pervert roles. I played a child molester, a child kidnapper in that one. And of course, they got me.
Yeah.
And they were using real police, and those guys don't understand the difference between it's a movie.
Yeah.
So they had my wrist up around my ear, and you know, and putting on the handcuffs, and it's like, hey, I didn't really kidnap this little girl. I mean,
yeah. You guys take it easy. We're just an actor. We're just playing a game here, you know.
I'm just playing a bad guy.
Yeah.
But we got through that one.
Cool. Now that I missed, I think we wanted to be part of that, but I don't know if that was in October, if we were away for Screamfest or something, or some convention.
That was way earlier than Redkin.
Yeah, it was way back when.
Oh yeah.
Like 2002 or something. Don't you just lose track of time?
Oh, they all run together after a while.
I know.
You're a full-time actor. The days don't mean anything because you don't have a job to go to. And, you know,
yeah, I forget all the time.
Weekends don't matter because it's just another day.
I call Randy up at Ben's all the time. She goes, "What do you want, Joel?" I go, "I just want to know what day it is." I don't know what day it is. Tell me what day it is. I just want to know. Now, because I've been doing these horror movies for probably, since 1984. So over 26 years I've been doing horror. Now you got your first taste in horror in what?
Well, the first one I did in horror was with Icon Films. It was called A Quiet Place.
Oh, The Quiet Place with Chris Woods?
Right.
Okay.
Which I believe is also on the internet somewhere out here. So,
cool.
But then I was invited to do a film, and they were going to pay me. So I said yes.
Pay is always good, by the way.
That's a huge incentive to get an actor.
Pay is always good, that's right. Yeah.
For a film called 100 Tears, it was going to be about a serial killer clown. And they wanted me to play the clown. So I got the script, and normally when I look at a script the first time, I get out my yellow highlighter and my green highlighter, and one's for dialogue and one's for action. And then I got through with it, I realized I hadn't picked up the yellow highlighter. That's the one for dialogue. I said, huh? This clown doesn't say anything.
He kept going through it and through it and through it.
Did kill, well, we shot the killing and dismemberment, disembodiment, decapitation, all the D's. 46 people, 30 of them made it in the final cut.
Wow, that's in the first 2 seconds.
No, we only killed about 10 in the first 15 minutes.
But now that, okay, aside from, because A Quiet Place was still kind of horror, but this was really, doing Gertie was really,
this was absolute gore, gru, blood. Joe, the producer, he finally got, people would ask us how much blood did we use, and we kind of estimated around 70 gallons. But Joe finally got around to saying, when they say how much blood do you use, all of it.
Yeah, everything we had and then some. That's the producer, Joe Davison and Marcus Cook, right?
Right.
They both were sharing in the directing and the producing, and Marcus did the effects.
Marcus shot it. He was our FX man. Genius in FX. If you want to hire Marcus, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Also had Georgia Chris, beautiful woman.
Oh, Georgia, yep. I've seen her in a lot of commercials.
Yeah, she's the lone survivor. Besides possibly Gertie, he was shot and went to black. So we don't know that he's dead. Gertie's the clown, by the way.
See the movie. It's called 100 Tears. Check out 100 Tears.
Oh yes, you can buy it. You can buy 100 Tears through all the local distributors.
See, very cool. I also forgot to say this is brought to you by, this is a Johnny 5 presentation today. This whole show is a Johnny 5 present. Did you know this is a Johnny 5 presentation?
I was not aware of that.
Now you know. So when you leave here today and say, someone says what you did, you said I was on the Joel Weinkoop Show, which is a Johnny 5 presentation, and they'll just be like, they'll throw money at you.
I will definitely tell everybody I see.
They will do that because we all want money. Now what's coming? Okay, what else do we do?
Oh, we just finished one. It's not out yet. It's called Grim Fairy Tale. Joel was the one of the main characters in that particular film. And I played his boss, so I get to be mean to Joel. This was great.
Yes, indeed. And that's, who's that by?
Pardon?
Who's that by?
Oh, Herschel Gordon Lewis, the godfather of gore.
Very good, very good.
Joel kids me because I admitted to him that I haven't watched any horror in my life. None. I mean, not. I think the last horror film I saw that was in color all the way through was Carrie.
Carrie?
Yes. And that was only because my wife was in horror. She made me.
See, this is almost like Michael Jackson when he called, who did American Werewolf in London?
That was Michael Landon, wasn't it?
No, John Landis. He called up John Landis, and John Landis said to Michael Jackson, he goes, well, did you see Blue Brothers? No. Did you see this? No. Did you see this? No. So I go to Jack. So Jack and I are sitting around. So Jack, you're into horror now, man. It's cool, 100 Tears. Now you're doing Herschel's movie. You seen these horror movies, man? What'd you think of Dawn of the Dead? What's Dawn of the Dead? Well, what about Night of the Scarecrow? You see that? Nah, I don't know. What's that? Evil Dead? Nah, what's evil? And you kept throwing all these Shakespeare, and I think I fooled you because I was getting them.
Yeah, you were.
I was getting those lines.
Yeah, we were doing a little bit of Shakespeare, some lines. So it was actually these little blurbs, and they all in there. Shakespeare kind of did a lot of horror. I mean, boy meets girl, fall in love, everybody dies.
Boy kills girl, everybody dies. Yeah. Now, you know, did you ever know that? And this is just a trivia fact. If it ever had a trivia on 100, I was supposed to play Gertie.
That's right.
I could not. I was working at the time for Crystal Springs Water Company. And but they would not let me have those two. And I think the whole shoot was it 18 days or 14?
We shot for 30 days altogether, not counting pickups.
Well, but your days, I mean. For Gertie.
Well, there were 2 weeks that we had to shoot pretty intensely because we had Rain Brown in town out of New Jersey. And those weeks we had to shoot. Other than that, it was pretty steady because Gertie was in at least 60% of the film.
Wow.
One way or another, and we were shooting, seemed like round the clock. I was very tired in that film.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shot most of 28 days.
Wow.
So, yeah, you would not have had a job after
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't now. I probably, well, it was a year ago, so how long have been 100 Tears been out since a year ago? But I left my job so I could fulfill my acting and just be able to do this stuff. And that's how I was able to do Herschel's movie, and I did Jason's movie, Stop Dead with Debbie Rochon, because, yeah, the jobs just get in the way, don't they?
Speaking of Debbie Rochon,
okay.
A long time ago I did a film with Debbie. It's called We're Coming to Help. It was done by, what was his name? I'm terrible with names. Joe something or other.
See? What I tell you? See? You don't know. You don't know no horror.
And it was, I'm not sure if it was a horror, or science fiction, or... Let me just say that the editor did a wonderful job with this to bring it all the way up to bed.
Wow. Was that by any chance, was it with...
It also had Brink Stevens in it.
Oh, was it with Joe then?
Joe... I'm trying to think of his name. He died. Joe Casey.
Joe Casey.
That's it.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
He was a good guy, though.
He and Debbie got pretty close there for a while.
Him and Debbie were very close, yeah.
Right.
Good friends.
So, yeah, we did that one. And I come to think of it, I did sort of a sci-fi horror film, Unearthed.
Oh, okay. With Tom Savini?
With Savini, yeah. Okay. See, I didn't even know these people.
Another one. Jack, it's Tom Savini. Remember Tom Savini from Dawn of the Dead? There's that Dawn word. I don't know what this is. Tom who? But you know now.
Since then, with promoting the 100 Tears, I did the horror circuit, so I got sort of an education. Tom does this makeup stuff, right?
Yes, he absolutely does. He's puttered around with a little bit of effects here, and he's did that little movie, Dawn of the Dead, I think it was called, and worked with Chuck Norris and Invasion USA. Just little dabbling here and there.
So I worked with Savini, I worked with Rochon, worked with Brink. And
yeah, very cool. Very cool. Now, what's up for the future? I mean, I know as actors, we're both actors, whatever comes down the pike as the agent, but anything going on that's upcoming? And
oh, well, I just finished another film with Joe Davison. It's post-apocalyptic. I got it out.
Post-apocalyptic.
It's called Experiment 7.
Cool.
Kind of like a zombie movie, but with mutants instead.
Cool. So kind of a clash between Dawn of the Dead
and that film. Huh? I die really quickly in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's in post-production right now. It should be coming out in the next year or so. Yeah, we had a lot of CGI in that film because Joe didn't have enough money to actually do it. Otherwise, I would have done it for him.
Well, you've had all these pirate boom blowing up everything, and then you'd be a big budget movie.
That's right. Yeah, I was going to set you on fire and not on purpose.
Yeah. In Grimm.
Yeah, I was gonna keep you safe. I was concerned because Joel was wearing this shirt and it had all this glitter on it, and Wardrobe had used this spray adhesive to put the glitter on.
Keep the glitter on.
Well, that's what we use in pyro to do a burn. It's spray adhesive. So he was basically set to do a full burn.
It would just help me turn into the Human Torch much quicker. All you Marvel Comics fan, there's a little blurb, the Human Torch. Boom, I'd have been burst. No, but I trusted you. I said, I know you'll take care of me. You had a couple guys on extinguishers, because if I did burst into flame, you were going to roll me off.
One of the actors, the one that played Oscar. His name is Kenny Rogers. And
I always want to say Casey Jones, but it's Kenny Rogers.
It's Kenny Rogers, yeah. And he's an actual fireman in real life. So
that's right.
I was talking to him about, okay, you're in charge of safety.
You're in charge of putting wine cubes.
Because if I set him on fire, he's going to go up fast.
Yeah. I think I told you on the set, the only thing that kept going through my head was Burt Ward in TV's Batman. Yeah. And he was as Robin. It was one of the first, within the first week or something. And Burt Ward was tied down and waiting for, gosh, Batman, I'm here, you gotta help me. And the explosions went off, and they all came down on Burt, and they were hitting him and landing on him in sparks. But he stayed in character till he broke out. He goes, let's get him, Batman. And when they cut, he just flipped out. He goes, what the hell are you guys doing here? Because the pyro went all out of control. That's all I kept seeing in my head with Burt Ward catching on fire.
You would have been more like Michael Jackson going up, except instead of just the hair.
Yeah.
It would have been all of you.
Yeah.
It would have been, oh, look at Joel. He's playing the torch today.
Yeah, he's the Human Torch. That's twice. Marvel Comics is going to sue me twice now.
Sure
so what were you saying? For the future, what's coming up for Jack Amos in the future?
I don't know. My life is unpredictable and uncertain and inconsistent.
Whatever comes down the pike.
Whatever comes down the pike. Nobody's talking to me about anything, to put it to you that way.
I know, me either.
But it just pops up, it's like, hey, let's go do a film.
Yeah.
And here we go.
That's what we all wait. That's what we're all hoping for. Well, I mean, like I always say, it's our regular agent stuff too. But if you get the opportunity, I mean, the agent is usually just, well, they'll get whatever. They might get you a movie deal or commercial. But sometimes it's that waiting process. But in the meantime, you're like, hey, I'm always looking for MySpace and Facebook and Twitter. As dumb as it sounds, when someone, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm eating a cheese sandwich. I'm gonna go walk the dog. Who cares? But if you use that thing for networking, that's when it becomes pretty cool. And I've got a lot of jobs from MySpace, Facebook, and the Twitter thing. I'm sure you got a MySpace.
Absolutely. And MySpace, Facebook, yeah. I don't Twitter.
Don't Twitter?
I don't have any more time to sit and fiddle.
I won't either. I'll try and make time just to go on and do whatever. But like I said, it's that stuff. It's like, available for work, or when someone's contacting you where you can get back to them. But as far as I'm going to the bathroom, I'm walking the dog, I'm eating a cheese sandwich, I could care less.
Yeah, go home, get a life, go find a job.
So you're waiting for the phone to ring, and anything that comes up, you're going to chase down.
While we were thinking about that, I thought of another horror film that I'm in. That I forgot.
Cool. Yeah, we got to hit the horror. I mean, come on.
Live Evil, produced by Mark Carey, who was at one time my student. Great actor, but he produced this particular one. He and Jerry Allen and I went out to California to do a car chase scene, and I had the hero car, which I chose because you don't have to wreck the hero car. And Jerry Allen was playing for Tim Thomerson. He was stunt driving for him, and he rolled a Ranchero.
I remember him. We had him on a show. I don't know, about 7 shows ago. We had Jerry Allen. We had him tell us all about the whole thing, how he rolled it, and I think he messed up his leg. It was actually
This is ribs.
Okay.
Jerry's stories get bigger with the telling. I once rode all the way to Tallahassee with him, 4.5 hours. He told stories the whole way up. Never repeated himself. Now I've known Jerry for 15 years or so now, and I've been there a few times. So now I can judge the actual what happened with what he's telling.
Okay, here's the famous Jack Amos. Camera 1. Get that kid.
No clue.
You're out. Trancers. I've asked Jack. I asked you that before.
Could have been.
Yeah. And Ken Foray. One of his most famous lines.
He was one of the zombie movies.
You see, I gotta work with one of the zombie movies. How about Dawn of the Dead?
Okay, that
one. Cool. I think my producer gave me a 5.
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing? Come on, call for camera 1. I want camera 1 over here. Here's the famous Jack Amos test. Tim Thomerson's one of his first movies. What is it?
I'm just in them. I don't watch them. Let's in them.
You gotta start watching them.
All right.
Promise me you'll go home and watch RoboCop.
RoboCop. I watched RoboCop.
Did you see RoboCop?
Yeah.
It gets pretty close to there. That's sci-fi.
I almost was in RoboCop 2 accidentally.
Really?
Yeah, they were shooting in Atlanta. Wow. And I was there for some other reason, and they were shooting at a little Waffle House, and it was all lit up, so me and some guys went in there to go get some eggs, and everybody was looking at us like, who are you, what are you doing here? And it's like, I've never had that experience in a Waffle House, and we're shooting a film here. Oh, okay. Turns out it was RoboCop.
You should have said, we're eating here anyway, so just shoot your movie because we're hungry and we want to eat. All right, we'll be right back after this. Morning.
You are far too bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, my friend.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been up for 3 hours now.
That is unnatural.
All right, hey, we're back, and we got to do the YQ 30-second DVD review. Now, see, I put out a call for people to send their movies, and nobody sent them, so I'm bringing in my personal collection. Is that okay with you, Jack?
I'm good with that.
Okay, good enough. All right, this is a Jason LaCorey movie from Hocus Focus Productions. It's called All Wrapped Up. It's 4 short stories. Oh, I just happened to grab the cover with me on the front.
Yeah.
There's actually like four of the movies with everybody's different pictures on there. I think I just threatened to beat Jason beyond his life if he didn't put me on the cover, so, you know, we did it. But it's got some cool little movies, cool little shorts in there. There's one called Millennium Man, which is pretty neat, about this guy that goes to sleep, and I play the character of Ignis. I actually play 3 characters in this movie, which is pretty cool. One, I got this long hair. One, I'm playing a Reaper in a suit and tie, which I did in the first movie, Death Plots. And then I'm also something else in here, and I can't remember. But there's a 300-year-old, there's zombies in it, mummies in it. One of the stories, Jaguar's Bite, is back in the Egyptian days. So it's pretty cool. You can hunt it down. It's called All Wrapped Up. You can find this, All Wrapped Up. Check it out. It's pretty cool. All right, that's all the time we got here for on the Joel Wynkoop Show. So we'll see you next time. And we're going to be here again live at Frankie's. Jack, man, anything you want to say before you got to go?
Live your dreams.
Do what?
Live your dreams. I am.
I highly concur. Live your dreams.
Absolutely.
Jack, thanks a lot, man, for coming on the show today. Thanks for showing up. All right, buddy. Take care.
Okay.
And we're out of here.